City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. Today, Nissan Stadium as these two teams square off for a chance to be the champion of the Music City Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Arizona State's offense will have the football first. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and what style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Lewis wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Pulls it in. It's Harvey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Handoff to the lone back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Makes the catch. It's Buckler. Smashes through the tackle. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Lewis to throw. Intercepted in the first drive. Aims for the pick.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
So Georgia's offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're interested to see what they do today.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Oh, better look out! They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a
lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. That was like bouncing off the guardrails and not losing control off the upright and through. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the move. Creates a little space. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Nolan. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment of football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Lewis wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Looking to get it in. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Lets it fly. Wide open downfield. And the explosive play. They're on the move all the way to the 44.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
That's caught. It's Taylor. Makes the grab and not wide enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to nip it.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. This is now a 7-point game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Lewis to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Sun Devils send up the punt unit. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass. The short hands, it's Davis. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. To the air on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Back open in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead.
Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with their lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse, and field goals are not going to get it done now.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the court. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Finding open areas. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll try the run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick pass on the jet motion. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Music City Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. It's sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get that quarreling amongst each other and you get some motivation, you need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Grabbed behind the line, it's White. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Pulls it in, it's Davis. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Georgia sent out the punt team. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Looking for a gap, it's Irby. Pretty good job of running to get through there to the 32.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Gentry. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Lewis wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
The give on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Grove. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights off the defender. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. To the air, it's Nolan. They're setting up the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Here's a hit. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Under fire. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Right down the boulevard. That gets them back to within 10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing.
There he goes. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Smith takes the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
When he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lewis to throw. That's caught. It's Harvey. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Reads it, fires complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And the nice thing about late in the football game, when you have the lead, you kind of know the defense will get aggressive. You might get some man coverage. They get it to their receiver out wide. I love the run after the catch. He's got such playmaking ability. That's a big first down for this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wait.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL.
Intercepted for the 11th time. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter. Get in your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Nolan. Pressure coming. Moving out of the pocket. Quarterback's got the first. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's in open space downfield. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football.
Just keeps moving. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sun Devils have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football. I know I'm going to be.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
And the Sun Devils are threatening on first and goal. Quarterback keeps it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1 1-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run the quarterback sneak. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line.
But this situation in the game now with the lead, you know the offense is just going to try and run the football, bleed the clock, and pace this game.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Off play action on 1st down. Complete to the left. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Nolan. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but a nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he puts through the extra point. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start